The years 1933 to 1945, a brief span in time. Yet within this period, the world witnessed the rise and fall of Nazi Germany, a totalitarian state ruled by Adolf Hitler, plunging the world into darkness. His hateful ideology led to unimaginable horrors. Control was absolute, dissent silenced. The Nazi Party crushed opposition and instilled fear. The Gestapo enforced Hitler's will with brutal efficiency. The echoes of Nazi Germany remain a chilling reminder, a warning of the fragility of peace and the dangers of hatred. This dark chapter must never be forgotten. The seeds of Nazi Germany were sown in the aftermath of World War I. A defeated and humiliated nation, Germany reeled from the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. The treaty, seen by many Germans as a dictated peace, imposed harsh reparations and territorial losses. The German economy, already crippled by war, struggled under the weight of these penalties. Hyperinflation ran rampant. The German people, once proud and prosperous, faced widespread unemployment, poverty, and hunger. Political instability further deepened the crisis. The Weimar Republic, Germany's fledgling democracy, was ill-equipped to manage the scale of the disaster. Political extremists, both left and right, battled for control, exploiting the chaos and despair. It was in this environment of bitterness and resentment that a charismatic demagogue named Adolf Hitler found fertile ground for his poisonous ideology. Adolf Hitler, a failed artist and decorated veteran of World War I, emerged from the fringes of German society. He joined the fledgling Nazi Party, then a small group of disgruntled nationalists and anti-Semites. He possessed a hypnotic charisma. His words, laced with venom and promises of national revival, resonated with a population desperate for a solution. Hitler's message was simple, seductive, and utterly dangerous. He offered scapegoats for Germany's woes: the Jews, the communists, the liberal politicians of the Weimar Republic. He promised to restore Germany to its former glory, to tear up the hated Treaty of Versailles, to create a 1,000-year Reich. The Nazi Party, fueled by public discontent and Hitler's fiery rhetoric, grew in popularity. The party exploited the economic crisis and political instability, skillfully channeling popular anger into support for their extremist agenda. In 1933, amidst a climate of fear and intimidation, Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. The Weimar Republic, weakened and discredited, crumbled from within. Hitler, once a fringe figure, had become the absolute ruler of Germany. His ascent marked the beginning of one of the darkest chapters in human history. Section 4. The Nazi Ideology, a perverted vision of racial purity. At the heart of the Nazi regime lay a chilling ideology, the twisted belief in Aryan supremacy and the systematic persecution of those deemed racially inferior. The Nazis, fueled by a toxic blend of nationalism, racism, and anti-Semitism, constructed a warped worldview that divided humanity into a hierarchy of races. At the apex stood the Aryan race, a mythical master race that the Nazis believed to be the purest and most superior form of humanity. Jews at the bottom of this fabricated racial hierarchy were singled out as the primary enemy. They were portrayed as parasites, blamed for Germany's economic woes, and accused of undermining the nation's moral fiber. The Nazis' racial hatred extended beyond Jews to target other groups deemed undesirable. Roma, or Gypsies, with their nomadic traditions and distinct culture, were branded as criminals and social degenerates. People with disabilities, seen as a drain on the nation's resources and a threat to the purity of the Aryan race, were subjected to forced sterilization and extermination programs. Section 5. The Holocaust, the depths of human cruelty. The Holocaust stands as a stark testament to the horrors inflicted by the Nazi regime. It was the systematic, bureaucratic, state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Jews by the Nazi regime and its collaborators. This genocide, driven by a hateful ideology, was carried out with chilling efficiency, transforming Europe into a vast killing field. Jews, stripped of their rights and possessions, were herded into ghettos, segregated urban areas designed to isolate and control them. These overcrowded and unsanitary ghettos became prisons, places of suffering and slow death. The Nazis constructed a network of concentration camps and extermination camps across occupied Europe. These camps, places of unimaginable cruelty and depravity, were designed to eliminate those deemed unworthy of life. Prisoners, subjected to starvation, torture, and slave labor, died by the thousands. The horrors of the Holocaust defy comprehension. The industrial-scale murder, the gas chambers, the crematoria, these atrocities remain etched in the annals of history as a chilling reminder of the depths of human depravity. Section 6. The Road to War and Global Conflict. Hitler's ambitions extended far beyond Germany's borders. Driven by a desire for Lebensraum, or living space, he sought to expand German territory eastward, conquering and enslaving the Slavic populations he deemed racially inferior. In 1938, Germany annexed Austria, a move met with little resistance from the international community. Emboldened by this success, Hitler set his sights on Czechoslovakia. In 1939, German forces invaded and occupied the country, shattering the fragile peace that had prevailed in Europe since the end of World War I. On September 1, 1939, German forces stormed into Poland, marking the beginning of World War II. The invasion of Poland triggered a chain reaction as Great Britain and France, honoring their treaty obligations, declared war on Germany. World War II, the deadliest conflict in human history, had begun. Section 7. Legacy of Ashes, Remembrance and the Fight Against Intolerance. The war raged for 6 brutal years, leaving millions dead and cities in ruins. The Holocaust stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of hatred and indifference. Nazi Germany's legacy reveals the fragility of civilization and the seductive nature of hatred. We must remember the victims, survivors, and liberators of the Holocaust. The lessons of the past urge us to fight intolerance and protect human rights. Only by confronting history can we build a brighter future for all.